Good evening, and I welcome you students for important question answer sessions. Before that, sit comfortably on the chair, and some exercises to relax our body, release the stress, any stiffness in different parts of the body, shoulder up, down 10 times. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Shoulders rotation from front to the back. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put a cushion behind you on the chair on which you are sitting. Feet should be touching the ground. Relax every part of the body. It's important. Ankle rotation. This is where we write with our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the hands which we use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, exhale always. That is important. Slowly and slowly we will learn all these things. Now 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Bhastrika up and down. 1, inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, neck, right hand side. Stretch the neck to the right side. Feel the stretch. The muscles are there in the neck. Release any stress, any tension, any stiffness on the neck. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand. Stretch the neck to the left side. Apply some pressure and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to the center. Right, left, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clockwise 3 times and 3 times anti-clockwise. Complete neck rotation. Slowly. 1, 2, 3. Release any stress, stiffness from the muscles of the neck. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Come back to the normal. And focus on the 2 foots and ankles of the foot. Rotate clockwise 5 times, 5 times anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times anti-clockwise. 1, ankles of the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comfortably, sit comfortably. Close your eyes and some meditation. Deep breathing will be done from the nostrils. Inhale from the nostril, exhale from the nostril, and we will become aware of our body posture meditation. Close your eyes, and the 2 palms should be comfortable on the table or on the laps. And 1, 2, 3, start. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep inhaling, exhaling. Focus on the breathe from the 2 nostrils. Pay your attention on the chair on which you are sitting. Experience that your weight is acting downward. You are exerting a weight to on the chair on which you are sitting. Keep inhaling, exhaling. Take your attention to the back, on your back, on your back. Your back is touching the chair or the pillow. Experience this. Become aware of your back touching the chair or the pillow back behind you. Body posture, body posture. Take your attention to your spinal cord. It is erect, it should be erect. See that it is erect and it is from your head to the lower side of the body. Spinal cord. Take your attention to your two hands, which are on the table or on the laps. Experience the position of your two hands. Now experience that your two legs and your two foot are on the ground. They are touching the ground, touching the surface of the ground. Experience the touch of the two surfaces, your feet and the ground. Which points? There are points on which your feet is touching the ground. Take your attention there. Keep breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Your entire weight is towards the gravitational pull of the earth. Earth is pulling you, your body, every part of your cell, blood, everything toward the center. The gravitational pull of earth is pulling towards itself. Keep breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Experience the sound of the fan of the room. Any thoughts coming to your mind, let them be. Let them pass. Experience the breath. It could be shallow, it could be deep, it could be smooth. It could be a little difficult to breathe sometimes. Let it be. Be natural. Your belly expands. When you breathe, your belly squeezes. When you inhale, exhale, and you see and you inhale, your chest expands, and your chest compresses when you exhale. Keep breathing. Become aware of your surroundings. Experience the vibrations in the body. Slowly and slowly come back. Come back. Hold your two hands. Rub your two hands. Heat energy is produced. Use this energy, healing energy, to gentle massage your eyes, your face, forehead, neck, your head, nose, ears. With folded hand, gratitude to the universe and the God. Gratitude is very important. We are thankful to the God. We are thankful to the universe for all the things which universe has given us, or it would not have been possible to study. Whatever laptops we are using, mobiles we are using, pen, pencils we are using, food we are eating, water we are drinking is all given by the God and the universe. We are thankful we have it, and we are doing our best to make our life better. Slowly and slowly, you can open your eyes with smiles. Come back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, come back. Are you back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you relaxed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we can begin our session. Focus and concentrate on the sessions. They are important and vital for the coming examinations, students.
As I say, there will not be one paper. There are going to be many, many papers students will be facing. Therefore, we must be careful and try to understand. Every question answer session is a revision of some chapter also. And by this way, we understand how do we answer the questions. You see, when there are passage based questions, the passage should be read very carefully. Important points should be marked, and then answers should be given. If we can't read the paragraph, what answer we will give? That is the question. So we must concentrate and focus. The main purpose is power is concentration, focus. Our distractions are taking us away from us. That is the reason we are doing breathing exercises, meditation, so that our focus becomes good and the distractions are thrown out of the mind. So many thoughts are passing, we let them go and focus, focus, focus. All right, we are reading this. Read the passage given below and answer the following questions. First, adsorption depends on the nature of the adsorbent. So students, you see the word adsorbent. So we must know what is an adsorbent. What is an adsorbent? What do you,
Sir, adsorbent is the material on the surface of which adsorption takes place.
can you give me some examples of adsorbents?
Sir, powdered charcoal,
Okay.
then silica gel.
All right. You have seen the charcoal is the most important one, which has been used a lot. And in your books also, they have given from so many experiments in which charcoal adsorbs on its surface, colored dyes, solutions become colorless. All this we have seen. And also, you are buying large number of products from the market. You see small pouches in that, which contains black powder or some silica gel. Can absorb the moisture. The rough solid surface has more number of pores. Rough solid surface. Number of pores, and absorb more number of gases than the smooth surface. Important point. What happens that you have seen that there are certain materials which are good adsorbents and there are some small pores inside them. What happens in those pores? The molecules of the gas can be absorbed. Most common adsorbents are silica gel, activated charcoal. Okay, he has mentioned the names of these. The extent of adsorption also depends on the surface area of the solid. That is why you see that powdered substances are used, because their surface area is more.
Large.
So if I have a piece of iron, the reaction may be difficult, but if you take powdered iron, you know it will immediately take. You have seen iron, iron on the put on the burner, what happens? Iron piece, nothing. But if you put iron powdered, what will happen? Immediate sparks will be there. So specific surface area of an adsorbent is the surface away. Specific surface area is the surface area available for adsorption per gram of the adsorbent, students. The greater the surface area of the solid, greater would be the adsorption. Charcoal is more effective adsorbent than solid wood. Solid wood. Charcoal is a powdered form, you know. And when wood, solid wood, desorption is a process of removing adsorbed substance from the surface on which it is absorbed. Okay. So the paragraph has explained everything about what we want to know about adsorption and all that. It is a revision. What is adsorption? All this. How many types of adsorption we studied? Two types. Now he says physisorption is a non-specific and any gas can be adsorbed. What is physisorption?
Physisorption is the physical adsorption in which weak van der Waals forces exist between the adsorbate and adsorbent.
But the gases which are easily liquefiable, ammonia, HCl, CO2, are adsorbed at a faster rate. to a large extent than the gases which are difficult to liquefy. What do you mean by liquefaction of the gases?
Converting the gases from the gaseous state into the liquid state by compressing them,
Okay.
increasing temperature and reducing pressure.
What happens here? NH3, HCl, CO2. These gases are easily liquefiable. If I take hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen or other methane, they will be less easily liquefiable. What could be the reason for that? It will depend on what factor.
It depends critical temperature.
Critical temperature depends on what factor? That is our point. It depends on the critical temperature, TC. Higher the critical, more easily liquefiable the gas is, and more is the rate of adsorption. This is important. Such questions have been given earlier in different form also. Why a particular gas will be more having higher critical temperature? It will depend on what? Critical temperature. See the force of attraction between molecule particles and the surface. That means if the molecule is polar, then what happens? Van der Waals forces are stronger. You have studied the van der Waals forces are of different type. London dispersion forces, then dipole induced dipole forces, dipole polar molecules, hydrogen bond. All these are important when we talk of that. So the critical temperature higher means the gas will be more easily liquefied. The adsorption will be more. Such gases are more likely to be adsorbed as compared to those. So there is plenty of nitrogen in the atmosphere that is less difficult to adsorb, but CO2 will be adsorbed in preference to that. That's what we are saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, chemisorption is specific in nature. What is chemisorption?
Chemisorption is the chemical adsorption in which there is formation of chemical bonds between the adsorbate and adsorbent.
And therefore it is specific. Therefore, only gases can be absorbed which are capable of forming chemical bonds with the adsorbent. Important point. You have seen hydrogenation reactions are usually done in the presence of which catalyst? Organic chemistry.
Nickel, palladium, platinum.
Yes, you have seen how good they are catalysts. So the paragraph itself explains the chapter which we wanted to learn. I mean, it explains half of the chapter of surface chemistry. So this is how it helps us in revising. Now coming the question, students select the statement regarding desorption. Desorption. What is desorption?
Desorption, the process of removing the adsorbed substance from the surface of the adsorbent.
Okay. Four choices have been mentioned. It is done by cooling or by increasing the pressure applied. It is done by cooling or by reducing the pressure applied. It is done by heating or by reducing the pressure applied. It is done by heating or by increasing pressure applied. Which is the correct answer? Read every statement carefully. Sometimes you may see more than one answer in certain cases. Be sure and take your time. Some time will be given to the students to answer the question.
Mm.
What is the correct answer? D's option means what? This on the surface, you have molecules, you are removing them. These molecules are sitting here. Here. You are removing them. So when you will do these option, what will happen? They will fly apart. These molecules fly. How you will do it?
It is done by cooling or reducing the pressure.
How? If I cool it, what will happen? Then they will start coming on the surface. You have to remove them. That is not the correct
Okay.
answer.
Okay.
They are already absorbed on the surface. So you have to supply energy to remove them. It's very clear that temperature should be increased.
Heating or reducing the pressure.
If I increase the pressure, more molecules are coming on the surface. So if I heat, temperature will rise and the molecule will go. And if I reduce the pressure, then what will happen? There will be less molecules on the surface. So which is the correct answer then?
C.
Okay. C is the correct answer. It is done by heating or by reducing the pressure applied. All right. Next question is coming on the screen. Which of the following statements regarding physical adsorption of a gas on the surface of solid is not correct? Not correct. Now we have to be sure whether the question is correct or not correct. On increasing temperature, adsorption increases continuously. Enthalpy changes are negative. It is non-specific in nature. It is reversible in nature. Okay, now which is not correct?
Not correct. Non-specific in nature. ये तो सही है. Reversible in nature. ये भी सही है.
What you studied? Physical and chemical adsorption. And there were many points which were discussed between them.
Yes, sir. Sir, it should be A. On increasing temperature, adsorption increases.
On increasing temperature, this is correct statement?
This is wrong. It
Acha.
should decrease with
It is
temperature.
not correct. This is not correct. Enthalpy changes are negative always. Always. It is not specific in nature. It doesn't matter. The forces involved are weak. So it is reversible. Yes, it is reversible. They can come and go because weak van der Waals forces are involved. Okay, all right. Next question. Next question, students. At the same temperature, select the order of adsorption of following gases on the same mass of charcoal. On the same mass of charcoal, you have gases SO2, CH4 and H2. At the same temperature, he is saying.
Temperature and pressure. H2 will be released. That is CH4 and H2. Sir, it should be A option.
Correct order. Which will have the highest critical temperature?
Highest will be for SO2.
SO2. It is polar.
Yes, sir.
Then CH4, hydrogen will be the least critical temperature. The critical temperature will decrease like this. Why you know about this? What is the reason? The values have not been given, so we have to make ourselves. The van der Waals forces will be maximum where SO2. Then this molecule is a bigger molar mass
Hmm.
than hydrogen.
Hmm.
So they are non-polar, but molecular mass is 16U, 2U. So what is the difference? This has a higher van der Waals attractive force. Therefore, the correct order will be A. What we said, higher the critical temperature,
More easily it will be absorbed.
more adsorption. They say more easily liquefiable.
Liquefiable.
Such questions are important. They are given many times related to the critical temperatures. Select the correct option among the when adsorption of gas on solid metal surface is spontaneous and exothermic.
Spontaneous and exothermic, which means delta H increases no, delta G increases no, delta H increases, delta H increases. Yes, sir, it should be B.
It should be B. Why?
Yes, sir.
What
Sir,
is
because during adsorption, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S.
this to be negative?
Negative.
This is negative. Delta H
Negative. Yes,
negative.
sir. Because it is exothermic.
Then delta S should be.
Negative.
Then it is negative. Then only this. If it is negative, then it will become positive. What will happen? Delta G is equal to this is negative. In order to make this sign negative, what will happen? If I make this negative, if I make this negative, then the delta S should be positive. If delta S is positive, what will happen? This is negative, this is negative, the answer will be negative. What is requirement? Delta G to be negative.
Yes, sir.
It is a exothermic reaction. Because if it becomes negative, then it will become positive. And if T delta S becomes greater than delta H, then the total sign will become positive.
Positive.
Then that is not spontaneous then. Then what is the question? Then delta S should be positive. When will be the delta S positive? When will it be positive?
Sir, but here, sir, but if delta S is negative, then if delta this T is small, then also the whole value of delta G can be negative.
Yes. Now there are two things involved here. Why? Because actually when adsorption will take place, what will happen? The delta S always decreases.
Yes, sir. Delta S decreases.
Always decreases because it cannot increase. It cannot increase. That is why it is always exothermic reaction. So we have to write this correct answer. Because during adsorption, what is happening? The molecules were randomly moving. They are fixing themselves on the surface. Entropy
sir.
has to decrease. That means then this value, this delta S is negative, but that it becomes positive, but this will be greater than this value. Delta negative becomes greater than this value, then whole becomes negative. Lot of heat is evolved. Reactions are exothermic. Okay. Next question. We have to think so many reasons. I mean, we have to be sure what we are saying. Select the incorrect statement among the following. Incorrect statement, he's saying. Physics option occurs at low temperature and chem is at high temperature. In physics option, heat of the low while chem high. Chem is option irreversible. Physics reversible. Magnitude of chem decreases with rise in temperature, while physics option increases with rise in temperature. Okay, 4 statements. You have to choose what is the correct answer here.
Sir, it should be D.
Magnitude of chemical decreases with rise in temperature. Okay, that is the correct answer. More questions are coming. Read the passage given below and answer the following questions. A graph between amount absorbed by an adsorbent and equilibrium pressure of the adsorbate at constant temperature is called adsorption isotherm. What is adsorption isotherm? We have studied this, is important. I have been asked so many times. We studied adsorption isotherm, how it is made. At a particular temperature, we make a graph of the amount of the gas adsorbed versus pressure, x by m versus p. Okay? This is a graph of x by m versus the pressure of the gas. You have studied in the book.
Yes, sir.
A relationship between amount of the amount
Gas
adsorbed and equilibrium pressure.
pressure.
Is that the graph we get?
Yes, sir.
This was given by
Friendlich.
Friedrich, also called Friedrich adsorption isotherm. Important. Friedrich adsorption isotherm is important for many exams. Okay, next. The graph looks like this. Low pressure, intermediate, at high pressure, at high pressure. This is a saturation pressure, x by m. Okay. All right. In the intermediate range of pressure, x by m is equal to kp by 1 was originally put forward by Friedrich and is known as Friedrich adsorption isotherm. All right. Following questions are multiple. Choose the appropriate answer. According to Friedrich, which of the following statement is correct? According to Friedrich adsorption, which of the following statement is correct?
According to Friendlich adsorption isotherm, the following correct. X by m is equal to P0, X by m P1. Sir, it should be that D option. All the above are correct for different range of pressure.
Okay. This is correct at what pressure?
Sir, for first case, if 1 by n is 0, then X by m is independent of pressure. For B, if 1 by n is equal to when n 1, then it will depend directly on pressure. And the third is the equation.
At what pressure it becomes correct? What is that pressure? Low, intermediate, or high?
At low pressure. At high pressure, it fails.
This equation becomes valid at what? What is the equation? X by m is equal to k p 1 by n. 1 by n. And when you see the graph at high pressure, what happens? What is the nature of the graph? At high pressure, you can see it becomes, even if I increase the pressure, this is not changing. It becomes constant.
Okay.
It is not dependent on the pressure. So what it shows, this is true at what? At it is not dependent on the pressure anymore at high pressure. After the saturation pressure, this is the saturation pressure. At high pressure, what happens? X by M becomes constant. It doesn't change. This is true for physics-option. This is true for physics-option because in physics-option, what happens? You know. What happens at physics-option? You know. The molecules are adsorbed. Once a layer is formed, what happens? What will happen? If you increase pressure, the gas molecules are adsorbed. What is the result of that? At very high pressure, then no more adsorption takes place. No more adsorption takes place. More molecules cannot be adsorbed. The pressure becomes saturation. This is at high pressure. This is where at intermediate pressure. And this is the linear relationship. When 1 by n becomes 1, this is linear. So you have seen the line like this, linear. And in this, you have seen it becomes like this. And like this it goes. Whatever graph we have shown. Okay. Oh. What happened? Okay. So what we are trying to show. This is the graph. This is the linear at low pressure. This shape, this is the shape at intermediate pressure, and this is at high pressure. That's what we are showing. What we are showing, students. All the above are correct, huh?
Yes, sir.
At high, at intermediate, at
Low pressure.
low pressure. This question has been asked separately. At low pressure, the equation will take what term? In the Friedrich adsorption isotherm equation, log x by m is equal to log k 1 by, the value of 1 by n is, any value from 0 to 1, positive, a negative integer, a positive, or a fractional integer. What is the correct answer?
Any value from 0 to 1.
0
A.
to 1. Where is that? Any value from 0 to 1. If it is 0 and 0, 1 by n log p, this is a log values. So x by m is equal to k p 1 by n. If n is 0,
If 1 by n is 0, then
1
it
by
will
n.
be-
Na? Where is
yes,
that?
sir.
1 by n. 1 by n. ठीक है, 1 by n is 0, this will become 0. Whole thing. If it is 1, then log k plus log p. Okay. All right. If the adsorption of a gas on solid, Friedrich adsorption is obeyed. The slope of the plot is 0. Then the extent of adsorption.
The adsorption of a gas on a solid friendly isotherm is obeyed. The slope of the plot is 0. Slope is 1 by n. If 1 by n is 0, then the pressure of the gas inversely proportional to the pressure of the gas, directly proportional to the square root of pressure of the gas, independent of the pressure of. Sir, it should be independent of the pressure of the gas.
What is the formula? x by m is equal to k p 1
raised to
by,
power 1 by n.
how do we make the
Log
graph?
x upon m is equal to log k plus 1 by
1 by
n
n log
log
of
p.
p. So if we make a graph of log x by m, this is y, this is mx plus c, mx plus c. The slope is 1 by n.
1 by n.
Slope is 1 by n. Then what will happen? What type of graph is this? What is log p? That is the slope. The slope of the plot is 0, means what is 0?
1 by n is 0.
1 by n is 0. If 1 by n is 0, then what happens?
Independent of pressure.
Log x by m is equal to log of k plus 0. Then the slope of the, then the extent of adsorption is independent of, there is no pressure here, no pressure, independent of the pressure. Okay, independent of the pressure, independent of the pressure. All right. Next question is, a plot of log x by m against log p is a straight line inclined at angle of 45 degree. When the pressure is 0.5 atmosphere and Fluidic parameter K is 10, the amount of solute adsorbed per gram will be, how will we calculate? Plot of log x is a straight line inclined at an angle of 40 degree. What it means?
So it should be 5 grams.
Log x by m is equal to log of k plus 1 by log of p. ठीक है?
Yes.
Now slope is 1 by n. What is 1 by n?
Tan
10
45.
tan theta, tan 45 degrees, how much?
1.
Tan 45 is 1. Then what will happen? What will be the 1 by n is 1, then n is also, what is n? Equal to 1. If n is equal to 1, then x by m is equal to kp power 1. What is given? K is 10
Yes, sir.
and p is 0.5
0.5.
power 1. What will we get then? 10 into 0.5 will be how much? 5 gram. That is the answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. They have given some values also. Okay. Sometimes you can see that certain questions can involve something more than what we know. It's not always that same type of questions will be given. Question number 4 is coming. In the plot of xy versus p, a straight line inclined at an angle of theta is equal to 14.05 degree to the x-axis. The n value for adsorption process is, now they have given the value of tan of 14.05 degree 0.25. This value is given to us. Graphs are important. There could be questions on that. What is the slope? 1 by n.
Mm.
How much it? The slope tan theta. What is tan theta here? Tan 14.04,
14.04,
which is equal to 0.25.
0.25.
This is the value. Then what is
So
n?
should be
N 1 by 0.25.
0.25. 4. It should be 4.
For the n value. All right. See that some trick they are trying to do with the students will get confused if they have not done such type of questions. All right. Read the following and answer the following question. Hardy-Schulze rule is very important. You are aware of Hardy-Schulze rule?
Yes, sir.
That precipitating effect of ion on dispersed phase of opposite charges increases with the valency of the ion. This will always be there in the paper. Hardy-Schulze rule. Some question will be there. Higher the valency of the flocculating ion, greater is the precipitating power. What is the flocculating ion?
The ion which causes coagulation or
Coagulation.
precipitation.
Okay. Thus, for precipitation of arsenic sulfide is a negative salt. The precipitating power of this is of the order. This is the order. Okay. Higher the charge, more the and lesser will be the amount required. Okay. Similarly, for precipitating FeOH3 is positive salt. The precipitating power is of the order of this. A very important information is this paragraph is giving because there are questions on this. What are questions have been given in the paragraph? I mean, answers have been given on Hardy-Schulze rule. The minimum concentration of electrolyte in millimoles per liter required to cause precipitation is called flocculation value. The smaller the flocculation value, higher will be the coagulating power of the ion. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
The minimum mass of the protective colloid. Minimum mass of the protective colloid, lyophilic colloid in milligrams, that must be added to 10 milliliter of standard red gold sol so that no coagulation occurs. When 1 milliliter of 10% Na is rapidly added to is called the gold number. Important. What is gold number is important. Of the protective colloid. What is gold number? He has given the definition. So the definition of gold number has been given. You can see that. So read it carefully when we will answer the questions on this. Read it carefully. Noted everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First question, the gold number of 4 protective colloids A, B, C, D are 0.03, 0.003, 10, 30. Protective power of the colloids will be. Protective power of the colloids will be. Now, what is the correct answer? Correct answer.
The smaller the value needed should be B. ज़्यादा होना चाहिए 10A and C and then D. Sir, A option.
What is the criterion? Lesser the gold number.
Lesser the gold number, more will be its precipitating power.
Lesser the gold number, or protective power is inversely proportional to
Gold number.
protective power inversely proportional to gold number. So what is this is the lowest value, which is B. So it should be the highest. Then there's no highest in anywhere except this. Okay. Sometimes the question gives clues to us. We don't have to read more about it in the exam, but for understanding, we are doing all this. We are spending more time here. Sometimes you may need less time in the exam, depending on the question. Because this is the lowest value, this is has protective power is highest and only one B is there highest. So no need to go further. If there were two B such like this, then I would see. Question number 2, which of the following has least flocculating value for positive sol?
Least flocculating value the least flocculating value. So it should be
Which has the highest charge?
FACN 4 minus.
Highest charge. Important questions. All right. Next, which of the following colloid solution is positively charged? Now, such question was given because in the book you have seen a table of positive and negative sols, which was positive and which was negative. Positively charged
So it should
colloids
be-
and negatively charged colloids.
So it should be TiO2.
TiO2. The coagulation value in millimoles is used for coagulation are as follows. Are as follows. The correct order of flocculating power is the correct order of flocculating power is
3 should be the greatest. Then will be 4. Then 2. Then 1. Sir, C option.
higher the value. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Then coagulation value for is this order. The flocculating power is inversely proportional to the values which are given. Which is the correct answer? C. Okay.
C.
Such questions will be there. Next, 1 mole of AgIAg is coagulated by 1 mole of AgIAg will be coagulated by what? Oh.
Sir, it should be 1 mole of Ki.
1 mole of AgI, then what happens? You have 1 mole of Ag plus. You will need 1 mole of I minus, which will come from where?
Ki.
Ki. 1 mole of Ki. It will produce 1 mole of this. So this is the correct answer. All right, this is an important thing. Passage based type of questions could be there, so we know how to answer such questions and read it carefully and answer, but certain things are very clear. More questions are coming on the basis of certain in surface chemistry. Hard issues is very important, so there could be paragraphs and questions based on that, so we should read more about it.
Okay, sir.
Flocculating power, gold number, protective power of the colloids is very, very important for the exams. All right, then we will see you in the next class. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.